Hey everybody, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and I'm back with our weekly 15-minute craft challenge. So this is the one where I just pull out some scraps. Realize some of these are probably Easter themed, but we'll make it work and see what I can come up with in 15 minutes. So today I have some smaller pieces and then some larger pieces. So hopefully I can think of something to do. If you want to play along, please use the hashtag weekly15, whether you post on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, wherever, Pinterest, that way we can try at least find each other's projects. So anyway, I hope you'll play along. All right, I am going to set the timer and we will get started. Okay, it's always a little bit of pressure. Here we go. 15 minutes. Okay. All right, I'm gonna kind of squish the smaller pieces to one side. These look like they're 8x8 pieces of scrapbook paper. And this is some from my new Meadow Blooms kit. Didn't even realize they were in there. Let's use one of these. So I'm gonna cut the 8x8 square, gave me an idea, but I'm gonna cut one of these to 8x8 and there it is, 8x8. And if we have time, maybe we can fold another one, because I think what I want to do is, it's a pretty easy fold. It's where you fold it in half this way. And I'm dropping my bone folder. Okay, so fold it in half one way, and then we're going to fold it in half the other way. And we're going to make it like a little mini journal or folio, just with the one piece of paper. So maybe we'll call it a bonus one-page wonder, right? Okay. So I am going to cut just on this score line right up to where it meets the fold. So right in the middle. And I didn't really think about my paper. I'm just doing it and we'll see what happens. All right. So I just have to remember how to do this. All right, that's it. So we have whichever way you want to turn it, but there's a cover, a page, and this can be a pocket. There's a few different ways to do it. I think I'm gonna fold mine down, and you can fold it and then glue it down. And this is going to become a pocket, or you could cut this out and use it if you want to do another pocket. I think I'm just going to glue mine down. But let's ink first, because I would like a little bit of ink on here, and then I'll show you where we glue it. So it's super easy. This would be great for a quick card for someone. I love, giving these types of things instead of a traditional card. You can tuck a gift card in there, a note, a photo. You can use this like in a journal to write about or share memories, from a particular event or day. Tuck it into the pocket of a larger journal. Because it's so fast, it would be a quick, if you're doing your journaling, to just take a square piece of paper and fold it like this. Okay, I just wanted a little bit of ink on mine. I'm using my tea dye distress ink today. All right, I think that's enough. Pretty. Okay, so where we need to fold it is right here. Now, if you don't want to fold yours down, you could have left it and had a top or a side load. You would have had to add glue here and here for that. In my case, I'm just going to add glue along this edge. There we go. So not hard at all. Isn't that pretty how those matched up? I didn't know it was going to do that. Very nice. I like it. Okay, this, we can make this a tuck spot. You're just going to have to be careful what you put in here, because it can't come past this line, but I think I will leave it open as a tuck just in case I want to stick something in there. So I'm just going to glue it along this edge. If I want to put something tiny in there, I can, but if not, I don't have to. All right, so that's our basic construction. So now let's look at what else we want to put on here to make it fabulous. So like I said, these are kind of Easter themed. Hey, I cut them out and then I didn't use them. What was I thinking? They're so cute. What was I thinking? I'm not sure if there are too many things here. This will go with the paper, okay. This looks like it's from a Graphics Fairy kit. The one that has like all the different like cupcakes and cakes and things. And here's some vellum. This is sometimes one of the issues when you choose to create with scraps. Sometimes you have to just make things work. Maybe we should do, this looks like a pocket even though it's not. So I think I am going to, should be 4. So I'm gonna cut this to 4 inches. And I'm gonna guesstimate, oops, I want the ragged edge. So I'm gonna guesstimate at about 2 inches because I did not measure this section. Yeah, that'll look good. You can see a little bit brighter, a little bit less bright. It's not quite, it's a little bit too long. So I'm gonna just cut it, tear it. Okay, let's see what happens when I glue this down. You can ink this if you want to. I'm not gonna do that with mine. Thinking a little vellum pocket, but where I can still see the pattern. Cute, right? All right, let's let that grab hold. I would like, okay, I have this piece that we trimmed off. And I'm thinking I wouldn't mind some kind of flip. I could also, because this isn't, nothing says I can only use one piece, right? So I am going to use another piece of paper and I'm gonna cut this to, I'm gonna do 3 7/8 inch squares. I'm gonna do 2 of them. Hopefully. Is that correct? Okay. So my idea, and I can pick which side, this one I definitely want to do that, is it's going to really reinforce this and make it more substantial, having the extra layer. So I'm going to do that. But I'm going to turn this into a little top load pocket. So I'm going to put a little punch there so we remember that's what this is. Cute. Okay. I'm gonna hold it where I want to keep it open. And I'm just gonna put glue on the 3 sides so we get the extra thickness, but we also get a pocket, a nice pocket. Okay, and then on the front, I'm going to put this one. I'm trying to decide, do I want to use these flowers or stay with this? Let's be different. We'll use this one. I'm going to turn it that way. Again, I'm going to do a thumb notch. It won't have as much contrast, but if I decide later, you know, that I want to write something or whatever. Okay. It's hard gluing down these pretty flowers. So I just introduced this kit. I've been playing with it a lot though because I have some projects planned with it, but it is papers from Meadow Blooms and it's on Etsy. I've got it as a digital kit and a print and ship option if you're interested. I will link it for you guys just in case. My hand is itching. I don't know. I might need a Benadryl. Something's going on. All right. I think what I need to do, I'm going to not use these. I've got my Doodad books here, and I will try to remember to link how I made these. I have this size, and then I have this big one that was made with file folders, okay? And whenever I pull these out and start getting little pieces for my project, someone always asks, which is great. I love when you guys ask questions and want to see other videos. So I will make sure to remember, it's my goal, to remember to link it in, there's another bird, in the video description. And sometimes people will then leave a comment and say, you know, where are the links? And it's different if you're looking or watching videos, I think, like on your computer versus on a cell phone or a tablet versus your computer. So it's sometimes difficult to share, but if you're allowed to, or, you know, if you can figure out how to view the video description, that's where the links are. So I know a lot of people, my husband especially, watches YouTube on the TV, which is great, but you can't really click links that I know how to anyway from a TV. So if that's causing you some issues, you might want to, you know, if you're interested, try it on a phone or tablet or computer. All right, I just thought this cute little postcard would look good in here. It is white on the back, but that'll be okay for now. Ooh, it's tall enough. It could also tuck in one of those. I'm gonna put it here though. I don't want that much white showing when I turn the page. All right, I was thinking I might be able to figure out some type of fun embellishment for the front. I don't have a lot of time. Let's do, I don't want to take up any space from the pocket. Let's do a little piece of this lace. Maybe here with a number just to try to help kind of hold it in place. Something like that. La-di-da. I'm gonna try, but I don't think I'm gonna get everything I want made to tuck in these pockets. Okay, and I don't have my hot glue ready. Of course, hot glue with this lace is a little challenging. We are going to use a glue dot and put this down. And then I am going to use this glue. It should go through the holes in the lace and be okay right there. Whoa. I'm going to see how it does. If it needs another glue dot, we can, but I think it's going to be okay. So the front has something on it at least. We have a little card here. I think I'm going to, something wider could definitely fit in that pocket. I'm going to punch this off, and I'm going to make it about that tall because I can, right? There we go. And we'll have a tag there, and it'll just show there through the back. And then I would like a little something, maybe. Okay, so that's kind of a placeholder, so we remember that that's there. I'll just turn it into a tag real quick. Whoops, wrong scissors. And then there. So it's a little tag, but it can be decorated some. And then for in here, look, it doesn't have an Easter egg on it. I just didn't want an Easter egg. All right, so now that one will fit in there. Cuteness. Let's get, I'm doing okay, a little piece of ribbon. sort of matches. I don't like that. Hold on, peoples. We can do this. Ah, much better, right? I went with, I'm just going to take what my hand grabs, and then I couldn't do it. It's like, no, I got to pick one that looks cute. 38 seconds to spare so far. I'm not done, but all right, all of these can definitely be decorated a touch. All right, so there's that. And I am going to add, nope, I am going to grab this and punch that out. Ah, the timer's going off right now. I did pretty good, guys. I'm gonna glue this down. All right, please let me know what you think. Let me know if you're gonna try the 15-minute challenge this week. You don't really have to do yours in 15 minutes if you don't want to. No one will know. But you can recreate my project or do one of your own. All right, so we started with an 8x8 square, and then we added the pocket. We folded this one down. I did not come up with anything to go in this little tuck spot, but see what I mean? It's got to be something really tiny. Little card, postcard, little vellum pocket, and then another big pocket. All right, I'm happy with it. I hope you guys like it too, and we'll try to make one. Have a great day until next time. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and leave me a comment.